Hi there. Match play presents a lot more complicated situations than straight unlimited games or money play, and that's one of the reasons that match play is so fascinating to me. And I've even found myself in situations where there were two of us waiting for a chouette, and rather than play heads up single unlimited or money games, we determined to play matches just because it was that much more challenging and fun and interesting. Uh, and one of the reasons it's so interesting is that the score greatly affects uh, not only your cube play but your checker play. Uh, Take, for example, this position where we have a red has a 2-2 to play for the bar. The first two is forced, but again, look at the score. What I did was I hit a button that showed we were on Gammon Go. You hit the G, and that means that it's one away. Your opponent needs 1 point to win the match, and you need 2 points to win the match, and it's Crawford. So you're on Gammon Go. Does that mean? It means that you don't want to lose the game, because if you lose the game, you lose the match. However, if you can win a gammon, you win the match. So the gammon value is very, very high. You lose the match if you lose the game, and you win the match if you win a gammon, meaning that at this score, winning a gammon is just as important as winning or losing the game, making the gammon value 1.0. Under normal circumstances, like a 7 away, 7 away, or 11 away, 11 away, or in an unlimited game, gammons are worth something in the range of around half as much as winning or losing the game. So it's half as important to win a gammon. You can check this by going to Analyze, Cube Information, Gammon Value, and you'll see the gammon value is 1.0 for red. The value of winning a gammon to him is 1.0. The value of winning a gammon for blue, of course, is 0. Blue doesn't care if he wins a gammon because he only needs 1 point. So what difference does it make whether he wins 1, 2, or 3 points? He just needs to win the game. So given that this is Gammon Go, how would you play double 2 for red? After you come in with 1, how do you play the other 3? Yeah, most of us get this very quickly. You hit both of these checkers. Your goal is to blitz him and win as many gammons as possible. That'll also win you a lot of games. So you come in with 1, 2, 3. Since he has 2 checkers on the bar, you might bring another one down to get more builders. Let's see what Extreme Gammon says. Splitting has some merit, but the game is here and you're trying to fight to make this point, and that's why splitting would be the second best play, but still wrong by about 5.5%. So the right play on Gammon Go is to make this play. Now, one of the things that's important to realize is if you were on Gammon Save, if you were concerned here the score was reversed, you only need 1 point and gammons don't matter at all. Now what would you do? Yeah, lots of people would play safely here. You would make this point and come up and make a very good strong anchor and not worry about trying to blitz and win. Again, that would be very wrong. The right play is still to hit 2. Even if you're on Gammon Save, let's not forget that your major goal is to win the game, and this play simply wins the game more than any other play, 68.1%. And yes, this play has very slight gammon risks to it, but it turns out that not hitting is also very, very risky in terms of gammons. As a matter of fact, you lose more gammons as you come down here. If you didn't hit, you're going to get gammoned 8% of the time instead of getting gammoned 6% of the time. Keep in mind something that many people forget. You never get gammoned the games that you win. So simply by increasing your win significantly, that in turn will reduce your gammons. But the right play here is to attack, and of course it's also the right play if you hit D and go to the DMP button. So this illustrates another good point that Stick often raises in his lessons and his lectures, and that is, when in doubt, make the DMP play. Make the play that you would make that wins the most games. Even if you think gammons, winning or losing gammons, are significant, quite often the right play is still to make the play that's going to win you the game the most. Now, there are many positions where you absolutely would change your play at Gammon Go or Gammon Save, where if you're on Gammon Save, you would make a high anchor to make sure you eliminate gammons, and on Gammon Go, you would not make such a play. Even many of your opening rules moves change, and it's important to know those. There's another thing that I think is very interesting, and I learned this many years ago when Joe Sylvester was coaching me, and Joe has a theory that he doesn't just play Gammon Save and Gammon Go at 1 away, 2 away, or at scores that are clearly Gammon Go and Gammon Save. He tends to play more like Gammon Save whenever he's well ahead in a match, and play like Gammon Go whenever he's pretty much behind in a match, even if the computer doesn't completely agree, because he's playing human beings and knowing their tendencies to play too carefully when they're winning or too wildly when they're losing. He takes advantage of that by going by putting them into a position where they feel even more danger when they're winning, or if they are behind, that make them take maybe unnecessary chances. So the idea of Gammon Go and Gammon Save are great concepts to know, not just for when the score is 1 away, 2 away. By the way, 1 away, 3 away Crawford pretty much plays like DMP, and a lot of people play that as Gammon Go or Gammon Save. They don't really understand that gammons just don't matter very much. It only would affect a possible free drop. So knowing when you're playing Gammon Go, Gammon Save, and then how to play once you know you're there are critical aspects, because all of these scores occur towards the end of a match where small mistakes are going to be exaggerated. A small mistake can cost you the entire match. Hope this was interesting for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.